and we're
Just connects
going to
to
be
Facebook.
live on Facebook.
Wow, that's awesome.
Wow, aren't we just so technologically savvy?
I love it. This is what I do in my job. It's fun to watch somebody else do it.
Great. Okay, so now we're all gonna poor Facebook has got my like nose shot over here, but whatever. Okay, so we're gonna just mute all over here. We're gonna do easy, gentle, hips, lower back, those kind of usual things. Yeah. All right. Mute all. Mute all. Okay, you're all muted and you can hear me? Yes? Yes? Okay. Find your mat. All right, Kathy says she can't see my legs when I'm down so much, so we'll see. I can see you, you can see me. We're good. All right, close your eyes. Here we go. Let's take a deep breath in through our nose. Open up your mouth, exhale. So all of this that took us to get here today, everything that's going on, it's kind of just a crazy time right now. So we're just going to take this hour for ourselves. A big, nice, deep, full breath in through your nose and just emptying out any kind of junk. If you want, you can make it audible. You can just make it loud. You can just let it go. Don't hold back. Try to cultivate that 3-part yogic breath here. So when we breathe in, feel your belly rise. Exhale. Breathe in, feel your belly rise. Now feel your ribs expand. Exhale. This time you feel your belly rise as you inhale. Your chest, your ribs expand and your chest expands. Pause. Exhale. Feel everything empty, everything relax and soften. 3 more big deep breaths just like that on your own, really taking in all of the air and rinsing it all out. Each time you inhale, you're expanding, creating space. And each time you exhale, something softens, something relaxes. With your eyes still closed, go ahead, open up your mouth and then move your jaw side to side, back and forth. Maybe open up your mouth really big, loosen up your jaw muscle. A lot of times that's where we hold our tension, is in our jaw. And then gently close your mouth, lips slightly parted, space between your teeth. And press your sitting bones into the mat. Maybe you need to shimmy a little bit in your seat, or maybe you need to sit up on a block or a bolster. Just find those sitting bones and press on down, and then begin to bring that integrity into your body. Pulling your lower belly in, drawing your ribs up and away from your hips. Maybe notice as you do that, maybe your shoulders have kind of scrunched up a little bit towards your ears. Drop your shoulders down and away from your ears. Maybe pulling them slightly back. Open up your hands really wide. Create space between your hands. Make some fists with your hands. Really feel that lack of space. Then open up again. Go back and forth, opening and closing a few times. Just shake your hands out and then place them back down wherever they were. And that crown of your head, the very top of your head, reaching on up towards the ceiling. Nice whole body integration here. And together, let's take one of those nice clearing breaths in. So in through your nose, full breath. Pause and empty. Eyes can gently open. Bring your arms down by your sides. Inhale, arms up. Exhale down. Kind of like feel like you're collecting all of that good air in as you breathe up. Space between your ribs. Exhale down. Again, inhale. And down. Last one, all the way up. Exhale, come down halfway. We're going to spin our palms face up and take eagle with our right arm under, left arm over, crossing at the elbows, and then pressing on in. So try to bring your elbows up the length, the height of your shoulders, and then draw your shoulder blades back towards one another. Just this great opening in your shoulders. And then you may want to move a little bit up and down. And keep breathing. Notice as you breathe in, that space expands, creating more of that stretch. Find stillness. Deep breath in. Exhale as you unwind. Go ahead and put your hands back on your legs. Close your eyes for just a moment. Just notice what sensations maybe are still lingering, whether it's in your arms or in your back. Deep breath in. Let it go. Eyes gently open, arms down by your sides. Inhale, big breath up again. Exhale, come down halfway. Palms spin up. Eagle on the left arm under, right arm over. Maybe just finding immediately what feels good, or maybe you need to play around and get some wiggles out. So again, your body, your practice, you do what works for you. If this is just way too much, always an option to just cross your arms, opposite shoulders. You know, broad-chested men especially, this eagle pose here does not work for them. You also have an option to press the backs of your hands together too. Big breath in, expand. Exhale, soften. One more big breath. Exhale, let it go. Release. All right, any shakes, anything to swiggle on out. Sitting up nice and tall, taking our spinal twist. Left hand to the right knee. Belly pulls in, protect your lower back. Right arm comes tucked right behind the tailbone and twist over to your right. If your eyes are open, find your drishti, that one spot to focus on, and bring your breath, your gaze, inhale, belly pulls in, cross your right arm over, both arms are crossed, and take a curl with your spine. So here, if you want to maybe make some gentle rocks, if you want to just move side to side, notice where you're feeling that. I know I always mention where I feel it, but in your body, you may feel it something different. Right now, maybe towards my mid-spine, a little bit to the left, depending on how I rock and move. My upper, between my shoulder blades. And again, as you breathe in deeper, that space expands. Inhale, come on up. Right arm stays B, belly pulls in, left arm right behind to the tailbone, tuck and twist. Try to keep your neck in line with your spine, so your neck is nice and tall here. I don't know, I don't think you can hear, but I got all these little pops and it's like Rice Krispies over here. Maybe you're making your own sounds at home. Again, 3 to 5 breaths in each of our poses, letting our body just really feel it. Belly pulls in, left arm comes around, curl that spine. Nice cat curl. All right, inhale, come on up, unwind. We're gonna come onto all fours into table. Get working on that lower back like I promised. Spread your fingers wide, pointer fingers pointing at 12 o'clock. Your knees are hips width apart. And let's just start with some cat and cow curls. So inhale, lift up your chest, lift up your chin, your belly comes down to the ground. Exhale, curl that spine like a cat, nice and slow, separating each of the vertebrae, using your hands to press on in. Inhale, come up. Exhale, curl. So we're going to do these on your own because we all have our different breaths, and you're going to take 5 of them, really filling up, opening your chest, your throat as you inhale. And then as you exhale, really just visualize each of those vertebrae creating more space. Again, pressing with your hands maybe to help assist. I brought a friend with me to class one time and he's like, this is like weird. Everybody's doing different things. I said, yeah, that's yoga. Not because, you know, it's a class. We all have to do the same thing. So it's okay. If at any point something strikes you and you want to do something different, go for it. All right. And then we'll meet together in a neutral spine. All right. I think we're all there. If not, just join us when you're ready. Going to bring up our right leg and then just make nice slow circles with that right hip. Like super slow, super intentional. And don't forget to breathe. Don't hold your breath at all here. I'm going to take maybe 3 or 4 circles one way and then circle the other. If something like feels like you got a hitch in the get along, go ahead. You want to just work it out. Bring that right hip down, bring your left knee on up. Circles with that left hip. Keep breathing. And if your body is making noises, just kind of celebrate that today. It's kind of fun. Like, okay, Sam, whatever. All right, bring your knees together. Then we're going to sink back our bum right towards our heels. Take child's pose, knees together, lower back release, forehead down to the mat, arms stretch wide. So bring your arms so wide that your pinkies hang off the outside edges of your mat. Keep pressing your hands into the mat, which will help you sink your tailbone, your sitting bones closer down towards your heels, not your tailbone, your sitting bones. Lift your forehead on up off the mat. Then we're going to walk ourselves on over to the right and then sink on down there. Feel that left side of your body just opening up there. Again, as you breathe in, feel that expansion. Exhale, the tension leaves. Inhale, lift up, come on back to center, and then over to the left. And sink back in. One more breath here. Inhale, back to center, back into table. We're going to actually head back onto our bum here. Do some more with those hips and nice wide-legged stretch behind you. Hands come behind you. If you want to press yourself up, lift yourself up, and then put yourself back down. And then those windshield wipers with our legs back and forth. Just nice and slow. It's okay if like your knees don't hit the ground. And then as we come to the right, okay, Kathy, here you go. Ready? So that right shin is going to come parallel to the top of your mat. We're going to do our modified pigeon. So if you want to take your hands, press yourself up. Your hips are going to be square with that front shin. Flex your right foot and then just walk yourself on over that right shin. Okay. So full pigeon, if any of you want to try full pigeon, you can extend your back leg, which means maybe this leg doesn't want to go. You're going to notice you're going to have a shift in the shin. For me, I just can't do it. It's not going to be parallel. But if you stretch that back leg long, you can tuck your toe under, or you can keep it long. Keep this front foot flexed. And then you can also use a block to tuck it under your right hip, your right butt cheek there. So your hips are square. And then come on over. This is why I don't really teach this one so much. It's a little bit more like, ee. So if you want to stay in pigeon, full pigeon, or modified pigeon, whichever. Go ahead, relax your hands down, your forehead down. Pigeon is definitely a hip opener. Notice if you're getting a little fidgety, a little antsy here. Focus on your breath. Inhale, let's press ourselves on up. Come on back to center. Back to our windshield wiper ring. See how many people I've lost to pigeon. All right, back and forth, windshield wiper. And then we're going to come over to the left. So maybe you're looking in an opposite direction. Again, line that shin up so it's parallel. Flex that left foot and then walk on over. If you want to see pigeon on this side, actually, I'm going to go around this way so you can see what it looks on the other side. And then tucking. If you're in full pigeon, sometimes it's just easier to balance on your forearms. And then you can gradually come on down. This is a pretty intense hip opener here. So just breathe into it. One more breath here. And as you exhale, slowly bring yourself out of it. If you're in full pigeon, have the block, release the block. All right, let's take our Batakanasana, our bound ankle. So our soles of our feet together. If you want to use your hands to press yourself so you can bring your feet together. So feet open or closed here, whichever you'd like, grabbing hold of your ankles and just letting your knees, not forcing anything. So as much of a hip opener as we are here, I also like to use this as a shoulder opener, using my hands on my ankles to help pull my shoulders down so there's space between my ears and my shoulders and I'm not scrunching up. Find that drishti straight ahead. Open up your right leg. Open up your left leg. We're going to take a wide-legged stretch here. Flex both feet. So if you need to bend your knees, perfectly fine. Always want to keep a soft bend in those knees. Feet are flexed. And then we're just going to walk ourselves forward a little. And maybe this is it. Maybe this is where you are. Maybe you can come down to your forearms. Let's try to do this. Lori's going, yeah. Maybe you, you don't want to curl your back. You want to keep that lifelong spine. Like, yep, I'm here. This is where I am. This is fine. This is perfect. So nice long spine. Maybe you go a little bit more. Just notice as you go along. The more you breathe, the more you can sink. So don't look at anybody else on the screen. Just kind of set your drishti, do your own thing. Use your hands. Walk yourself back up as you inhale. And then exhale over to the right leg. Again, if you have those straps and you want to use your straps, you can always tuck that strap, the ball of your foot, and fold on over. You can just use your hands and walk them wherever they may be. And a tie, a belt. Don't need to have any kind of fancy equipment. One more breath in. Exhale, maybe sink a little lower here. I lied about that one more breath, right? So kind of notice if, like, when you hear me say, okay, one more, and you're like, oh, okay, this is it. Like, does your mind go, I'm going to get out of this? All right, let's come on up. You can take that strap with you if you want to walk yourself on over. We're going to go to the left. Hook on over the ball on the left. And then just walk yourself. Again, both feet are flexed, soft bend in your knee. As you exhale, can you sink any farther down? Keep pulling those shoulders away from your ears. Got lower back, our side bodies, all this good stuff. One more breath in. Exhale. Inhale. Come on up. Let's try that Batakanasana one more time here. Notice if anything feels a little different. Maybe close your eyes. See what sensations you're feeling. Open your eyes. Bring your hands to the outsides of your knees. Go ahead. Press your knees on in. And let's have a little fun here. If you're on your mat, we're going to kind of just rock and roll a little bit, massage our spine. Kind of like a bunch of kids here, right? Kind of get some momentum going. All right, and see if you can really get momentum going and leap yourself on forward to try to maybe stand. All right, maybe not. All right, come on up. However you get on up, we're gonna come on up. Yes, Sue. I love it. You gotta have some fun in yoga, right? All right, let's fold on forward. It's like, whoo, okay, fold on forward all the way down. Bend your knees, like super bend your knees so your belly's resting on your thighs. So your feet are hips width apart. Lift up all 10 toes, spread them wide, and then just place them down. Good. Let your head hang heavy. And just nod it back and forth if your hands are touching the ground. Super. Those bobblehead dolls. Right, now grab opposite elbows. Rag doll. And feel that lower back just kind of like releasing. So good. The more you bend your knees, the more you're going to get that release in your lower back. If you start to straighten your legs, you're going to get more of a hamstring stretch. So maybe you don't need that lower back so much. You can hit your hamstrings up here instead. Release your arms onto the ground, and then slowly, one vertebrae at a time, we're going to straighten ourselves to stand. Go super slow. Feel that rush. Woo. Just bring our hands to prayer. Close your eyes. Feet are hip width. You know, all of you with a vertigo and whatnot are going, Sam, no. So take a moment, just gather yourself, get your breath. About through your nose, big breath in. Open your mouth, exhale. All right, let's do some warriors. Good for our hips here. So the back of your mat. Okay, right leg comes forward, big step, big step. And if you don't hit it on the first, wherever it takes to get you there. Your hips are going to be square facing forward. So maybe that left hip needs to work its way forward. Your back foot's like the rudder steering the ship there. Maybe you can scoot yourself down, working the front leg towards that 90-degree angle. Okay. Bring your arms on up for warrior one. Shoulders sink down, fingers spread wide, gaze straight ahead. Yeah. Good. Spin your thumbs, so your thumbs are pointing back. Separate your fingers, like really create space between your fingers. They're testing the fire alarms here. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's always so relaxing to do yoga with fire alarms being tested. Inhale, we're going to open up warrior two. So the back foot's going to come parallel. Shoulders relax down. So reaching like tug of war with both hands, opposite directions. So if you find you're kind of like over here doing this, bring it so your shoulders are stacked over your hips. Check down, look at that front knee. Our body's opened up, so our gaze is, actually our gaze is going to be towards that front finger, but our shoulders are open here. And then peek down at your front knee and notice if your knee's caving in and just nudge that knee out, more of those hips. A lot of sensation building. Inhale. Exhale. Go ahead, lower your arms. We're going to straighten that front leg. Spin your toes so we're probably facing sideways. Bring your hands to your hips, or if you want to open your shoulders, you can clasp your hands behind you. A couple different options here. Inhale. As you exhale, nice flat spine. So you're going at a 90-degree angle. Soft bend in your knees. And then just stay here in this 90-degree angle. You're looking straight down at the floor. Crown of your head's reaching forward, tailbones reaching back. Breathe in. Exhale. Inhale. This time, go ahead and fold all the way over. You can bring your hands to the mat. Lower back. Here it is. Let your head hang heavy. Don't try to hold your head up here. Your hamstrings and that lower back. Maybe you want to walk yourself, your hands on over to your right leg. And then walk your hands on over to your left leg, left foot. Come back to center. Put your right hand in the center, and that left hand is going to reach on up, a little spinal twist here. Gaze up to the ceiling, up to that extended hand. Really spread your fingers wide. Open your chest. So this is a good chest opener here too. If you press that hand on the ground, that right hand in, you can maybe use it to twist yourself open a little bit more. And back to center. Put your left hand when your right hand was. Inhale, lift on up. Right arm reaches up, gaze goes up. And if you want to add like a little more heat, you can bring in that Ujjayi breath, breathing in and out through your nose. Inhale. Exhale, come back to center. Grab a hold of your hips. Come on up all the way nice and slowly. Press your feet into the mat. Ooh. All right, let's bring our feet together. Take a break here. Eyes closed. In through your nose, big breath. Exhale. With your eyes closed again, feel your feet on the mat, hip width, lifting up those toes, spreading them wide. Create that nice mountain pose. Thumb knuckles press on into your sternum, feeling your chest rising and falling as you're breathing. Maybe feel your heart racing a little. See if you can actively slow that down. One breath at a time, nice and slow. All right, let's take our warriors on the other side. So back of the mat. Left foot forward. Set yourself up however you need to. That back foot, maybe at like 1 o'clock or so, 2 o'clock. Hips square. We're doing good. Arms on up. Shoulders just sink right in. It's not like so much about finding that perfect pose, but you can play along and notice what you're feeling on the way to get there. Gaze straight ahead. Inhale, open on up, warrior two, back foot spins, foot is parallel. And then that front knee is gonna nudge outward so you can see your big toe. Again, shoulders over hips. We're not forward or back. Keep relaxing your shoulders down. Notice as the intensity, as it builds up, you kind of want to like lift those shoulders up to your ears. Inhale. Exhale. Bring your arms down. I'm not going to give you my backside. Don't worry about that. We got another fold coming here. So ready? Inhale. Exhale. Go ahead. Fold all the way down. So your toes are kind of like pigeon-toed here a little bit, so they're curved in. So if your toes are pointing out, just bring them in just a little bit. And then we're going to bend our right knee. We can take some kind of lunges here. We're going to spin up the left foot. Our toe's going to point up. And we're just lunging to the right. Left foot comes down. Walk yourself to the left. Right foot points on up. Got it? Yeah, good. All right, to the right. I'm going to take 3 per side here. So this is number 2. Over to the other side. And 1 more each side. And left. All right, come on back to center. Let's just heel toe your feet on in. Go back to that folded ragdoll here. And once again, slowly come on up to stand. Whew. Get a little whoosh. So go ahead, close your eyes. I think we haven't done, I know Jim said easy. He's like, oh man, Sam, what are you doing? So we want sun salutation or crescent moon. Okay, crescent moon C or the sun, I don't know. Sun or moon? Sun or moon? Trying to take a vote. Sun, okay, I see some suns. Okay, sun salutations. So, top of your mat. Yeah, go this way. Arms up, inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, fold all the way over. Inhale, lift up halfway. So you're gonna maybe have a knees really bent here. That's fine. Plant your hands. Step back with your left foot, runner's lunge. Hands are planted on the ground, nice long spine. Step back into plank. And just breathe. Keep bringing your shoulders back. Heels are rocked over your toes. Belly pulls in. Breath in. Exhale, bring your knees to the ground. Sink back, child's pose. Breath in. Breath out. Next, inhale, slink forward onto your belly, your nose barely clearing the mat. Bring your arms down by your sides. You can rest a cheek on your mat. Then rest your other cheek on the mat. Bring your chin to neutral. Hands come down to your lower ribs, elbows hug in. The backs of your, or the tops of your feet press into the mat. Inhale, lift up. Our cobra. Press your pelvis into the mat, protecting your lower back. Elbows hug in, shoulders drop down. Inhale. Exhale. Chin comes down. Inhale, curl your toes under. Bring yourself on up. You can come into table first if you need to. Exhale, down dog. Gaze is between your back 2 toes. Fingers spread wide. Again, maybe those pinkies are off the mat, keeping your shoulders nice and open. Keep your knees soft, bend in your knees. Your heels do not need to hit the floor here. They probably shouldn't. Take your left foot, step it on forward if you need to step over. You got a family member in the house, you want to drag your foot forward, go for it. Runner's lunge, left side. Bring that right foot to meet your left. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Hands to prayer through heart center. Namaste. That's 1. So we do them in 3s, 5s, or 7s. I think Jen said 7 today. We'll just do 3. We'll do 3. All right, eyes closed. Here we go. Big breath in through your nose. Let's clear it out. Open your mouth. Exhale. Arms down by your side. Inhale, lift up. Extended mountain. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Bend those knees. Plant your hands. Right foot steps back, runner's lunge. Left foot steps back into plank. Breath in, breath out. One more, breath in. Drop down to your knees. Sink back, child's pose. Take those nice clearing breaths right here. Really fill up with air. Let it go. Next inhale, come on forward. Drop to your belly. You need to take a moment here. Take a moment, maybe palms or spin up. Shoulders relaxed. Breath in. Breath out. Bring your hands to those lower ribs. Set it up for cobra. Press your pelvis into the mat. Feet press down. Elbows hug in. Lift up, cobra. So your spine is long. You don't want to lift your neck on up. Keep your neck straight. Inhale. Exhale. Next inhale, tuck your toes. Press yourself up. You can come to table or right to down dog. Use your hands to press your shoulders away and up, creating space there. Maybe you can lift your tailbone a little higher. Breath in. Breath out. Bend your knees. Right foot steps forward into that runner's lunge. And your hands are framing the outside of your foot, each side. Breath in and out. Next breath in, step that left foot forward. Go ahead, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. I'm throwing in another fold. Inhale, all the way up, extended mountain, arms wide, hands to prayer. Through heart center, eyes closed. Say namaste, that's 2. Deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth, exhale. So if you're not at the top of the mat, step yourself to the top of the mat again. Last one. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Bend those knees. Say left foot steps back. Right foot steps back. So right into plank right away. We've been here before. No big deal. You've done it before. You can do it again. Breath in and out. Inhale. Exhale. Drop your knees. Sink back. Child's pose. Feel your heart on your chest. Feel your breath. Next, inhale. Come on forward. Onto your belly. We're going to go right into it. Arms down by your ribs. Feet press in. Come on into cobra. Breath in and out. Go ahead, curl those toes under. Press yourself up. Table, down dog, or right to it. Left foot steps forward, runner's lunge. Right foot comes with it. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up nice and wide, maybe a baby back bend. Hands to prayer. right on through. Eyes closed. Namaste, that's 3. Good, breath in. Let it go. All right, how we doing? Good? All right, let's do some goddess here. So nice wide stretch with our stance with our feet. Toes are gonna point to the corners of our mat. So we're in line with our knees. We're gonna just sink on down like we're sliding on down. Okay, notice where you stop. And like, okay, she's gonna tell us to go lower, so go lower. Arms come out to your sides. Bend your elbows, fingers spread wide. And yep, we're just gonna breathe. So notice if your knees are kind of collapsing in, and go ahead, use those muscles, pull them out. Gaze straight ahead. So this reminds me when I did one of my marathons, and I just used that drishti. I can still have that street sign emblazoned on me. It was over in Hartford. I'm going on the highway, and I can still see this yellow sign. My gaze was so intense, like mile 20, whatever it was. It was just like, so find that spot that's just so intense, because this is going to be intense right now, what you're feeling. Focus on that drishti. Big breath in. Maybe sink a little bit deeper. Good breath in. Go ahead, release. Woo. All right, that's enough of it, Jim. Don't worry, sit down. Always says, I want it easy, Sam. I love it. All right, let's take a seated figure 4 here. Cross that right leg over. You can get your knee, that bone, the bone in your ankle to pass over. Flex that left foot. Arms can come back here. So notice if it just got warm in your room like it got warm here. In through your nose, out through your mouth. So maybe you can bring that bent knee, maybe if you bring it a little bit farther towards yourself, you'll feel more. This is your IT band all through here, maybe your hamstring. Maybe you can cradle your foot, rock and roll, whatever feels good. All right, uncross your leg, change sides. We hear Erin. I don't know if y'all hear Erin, her last day today. Uncross. Let's try our Batakanasana again. And actually, the way you're on your mat, you may be able to just lay on down, supta, right on our spine. Right to your back, soles of your feet together. So we're going to take a full body stretch here. So I'm going to spin around this way. Legs are long, arms overhead. If you want to clasp your hands, spin your palms on up to the ceiling, and then press your palms behind you. Full breath in. Hollow out your belly. Exhale. Breath in. As you inhale, bring that right knee right on into your belly. You can grab on your shin or you can grab behind your leg. Move that hip around a little in the socket. Notice what your left hip's doing right now. It should feel pretty good and open. Maybe you need to bend your knee a little. And then let's come across our body for a spinal twist. Tee out your arms. Both shoulders are flat on the floor here, so you don't need to worry about your knee touching the ground or anything. Maybe your gaze shifts on over to the right, or if your eyes are closed, just notice where your thoughts are going. So we're still here, we're still doing our yoga, a few more minutes. We're not off on any kind of to-do list or anything like that. Inhale, come on forward, stretch that right leg long, arms overhead, big stretch again. Belly hollow, exhale, bring that left knee on in. A little bit of moving around in your socket. And then cross it on over your body, arms tee out. Gaze maybe to the left. Like a good rinse for your digestive system here. Rinsing out all of these holiday cookies we're all eating. Inhale, come back to center. Hug your knees on in like a little ball. Go ahead. Be a little rocking and rolling here. Massage that lower back. You cross your ankles, take one hand to each knee, and then we're going to use our hands just kind of like steering the ship of our knees, rolling our backs out. Let's bring our knees on into our chest again. Bring our feet in up, take happy baby. So your hands come to the outsides of your feet, elbows come on inside, and your thighs just drop to the outside of your torso. So your spine should be nice and relaxed on the ground here. If you can't grab your feet, you can grab your shins. And then notice what's efforting that does not need to effort. So again, if it's that jaw, if you're gritting your teeth, maybe another one of those, open your mouth, move your jaw around. Maybe even let your toes relax a little. Bring those knees on in, give yourself a big squeeze. And drop that left knee, the right knee. If your knees are bent, let's keep them bent a little bit here. Bring your feet to the outside edges of your mat, so then your knees will come in and collapse upon themselves in the center. Take your right hand, bring it right palm side up down by your side. Left hand, left palm up by your side. Maybe lift your shoulders up and then place them back down. Your shoulders feel nice and open. So if your lower back's still cranky and you want to stay here for Shavasana, you can. Or you can stretch your legs long. And if there's any other stretches that you wanted to do before Shavasana, feel free. Grab a blanket. I'm just going to settle on in here. Eyes are closed. Maybe together, let's take that clearing breath. So again, in through our nose, nice big deep breath in. Pause at the top. Exhale, let it go. And take rest. We're just going to take about a 2-minute Shavasana here, just so you have an idea. I'll keep track of time. Notice where your mind goes. Just continue to bring it back to your breath. Notice maybe your rise and fall of your chest. Keep bringing your mind back. Maybe the sound of your breath. Nowhere to go right now. Just relax. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers. Some small movements to your body. Make some circles with your wrists, one way and the other. Go ahead, wiggle your toes. Wiggle your ankles. Bring one knee on into your belly and then the other back into that ball. Maybe a couple rocks and rolls. And then you're going to roll on over onto your right side into a fetal position. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth. Let any remaining tension just leave your body right here on your mat. And use that left hand. Press yourself on up to a seated position. Right at the top of your mat. Eyes remain closed. Hands to prayer right at heart center. Together, we'll take that deep breath in. Exhale. Carry your thumb knuckles to your forehead. And together we'll bow and say, Namaste. All right, thank you, everybody. Let's see, all of you on Facebook, if you've been watching, please hit the like so that we know that you're watching and that you liked it. Hi, Karen. Good to see you. Yay. Bye, everybody. That's fun. Okay, good.
Merry Christmas.